Hello, everybody. Tampa Bay sports reporter David Shealy here. The Buccaneers have lost 3 straight games. They fell to the Rams 34-7 on Sunday Night Football, but that honestly seems secondary to this. Baker Mayfield hurt his left shoulder, did not play the second half. He spent the entire second half in a sling on the sidelines. Teddy Bridgewater finished the game at QB. Mayfield will get an MRI today, and we will hope for the best because this team is completely different without number 6 at quarterback. We know that for sure. The Bucs really dug themselves into a hole before Mayfield was out of the game. Matthew Stafford honestly sliced the Buccaneers defense throughout the first half. The Bucs defense has had real issues over the past few weeks. They have been dealing with some injuries. They did not have Jamel Dean. They did not have Benjamin Morrison. They still don't have Hassan Reddick. They've been without Kalijah Kancey. They did hold the Rams to 3 points in the second half, but by that point, the game was pretty much over. Baker was out, and the Rams were like, we got it. It was 31-7. Like, that was it. There was nothing else to be done at that point. So, not a good game. Defensively, at least not a good first half. Give them credit for the second half. They did hold the Rams to only a field goal. But the Bucs offense, they were not able to respond. Even when Baker was in the game, Cade Otton just got a ball stolen from him. It was taken back 50 yards for a touchdown by the Rams. Tez Johnson did get a touchdown, but other than that, the Buccaneers really did not have any sort of offensive rhythm. There was no offensive momentum in this contest. Just not a good game overall for the Buccaneers, who continue to overall have their struggles in primetime. I know they beat the Texans in primetime earlier this season, but other than that, they have not looked good in primetime games. They also have not looked good against teams who are set to make the playoffs. The Rams are going to make the playoffs. They lost to the Rams, of course. The Eagles are going to make the playoffs. Well, they lost to the Eagles. The Bucs did beat the Seahawks, but then there's the Lions. And then you look on the AFC side, the Bucs lost to the Patriots. And, you know, these are games where when you're playing heavyweights, you would want your team that has a chance to win the NFC South. I know Carolina, the Panthers can take first place. If they can beat the 49ers, like, they're going to be in first place in the NFC South and essentially be in the driver's seat. I'll get to that in a second. But when you're a team like the Buccaneers and you have controlled the NFC South year after year under Todd Bowles, you expect to be in the playoffs. You're going to be playing heavyweights in the playoffs. The Bucs have not beaten those heavyweights. I just named some of them. So when you consider that, that's concerning for the big picture. So big picture wise, a few things. You can't beat the heavyweights. Baker Mayfield is hurt. Mike Evans is hurt. Bucky Irving is hurt. Now, of course, Bucky could be coming back sooner rather than later. He could come back as soon as this Sunday against the Arizona Cardinals, and that's great news. But if this guy's not playing, then I'm concerned. This team, not just offense, this team is not the same without Baker Mayfield. He is the leader of that locker room without a doubt. So that is the number one concern going the rest of the way. The Buccaneers have 3 home games coming up against teams who are absolutely beatable. The Arizona Cardinals, the New Orleans Saints, the Atlanta Falcons on a Thursday night. So there's that primetime thing again, right? These are 3 games the Bucs can absolutely win. And then the Bucs will have to play the Carolina Panthers twice in the final 3 weeks of the season. These are very winnable games. The Buccaneers, on paper, have one of the easiest remaining schedules in the NFL, and that's good news. But if Teddy Bridgewater is starting those games, you know, like, it's kind of a toss-up. I don't know which way it's going to go. I have no idea. Nobody planned on Baker Mayfield getting hurt. Baker Mayfield's been playing hurt this season. He's dealt with some injuries. You know, it has to be really, really serious for Baker Mayfield to say, I can't go. Like, that is very, very concerning. So that's where my mind is right now. Now, I mentioned the Carolina Panthers. They can take first place in the NFC South. Yes. They only had a half game back. They were only a half game back of the Buccaneers for the NFC South lead going into Sunday. The Panthers play the 49ers tonight. If they win, they will really, truly have control of this division. The Carolina Panthers, with former Bucs offensive coordinator Dave Canales as head coach, they will have control of the NFC South. However, their schedule is pretty difficult. They've already got to play the Bucs twice, and they still have to play the Seahawks. Like, they have some really difficult games coming up, and that's why I'm not ready to just crown the Panthers as NFC South champions, but I was ready to just kind of give it over to the Buccaneers, but things are a little bit different. The dynamics of this division are different with Baker Mayfield down. So hopefully Baker Mayfield does not have to miss much time. If he is going to miss time, hopefully it is very limited. It is very limited because the Buccaneers really, if they can just get healthy, right? We've been saying that, I don't know, pretty much all season. If they can just get healthy and get some guys back. They were able to get Chris Godwin Jr. back on Sunday night. But if they can get Bucky back and then maybe, Mike Evans at some point can come back. There was even a report that Kalijah Kancey is progressing way faster than originally thought. So maybe there's a chance he can come back. If this team can just get healthy, they really have a shot at a deep playoff run. But then you got to talk about the on-field stuff, and the defense isn't really playing well and all those things. Like there's kind of a lot going on right now, and I think it's ultimately, I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. This isn't the end of the season. I think there's still time for the Buccaneers to get healthy, make the playoffs, make a deep playoff run. But right now, it doesn't feel great because 3-game losing streak, Baker Mayfield hurt, doesn't feel great. But definitely doable. First things first, MRI for Baker, hope for the best, and then get ready to play the Arizona Cardinals, who stink, okay? Objectively, they stink. If you can beat the Cardinals, you can snap the losing streak, then you get the ball rolling, you can beat the Saints, you beat the Falcons, everything's going to be all good, all right? That's where I'm at. Let me know where you're at in the comments. Do you think the season's over? Do you think the Bucs have a chance to win the NFC South? Do you think the Carolina Panthers are NFC South champions? And this is just, this is the end of it because Baker Mayfield's hurt. Let me know how you feel. We'd love to hear from you.